Praveen and Maahek came into my life, my whole life changed.
मुझे जो रिजल्ट मिला वो जो प्रवीण सर 3 महीनों में मिला वो मुझे पिछले 10 साल में नहीं मिला.
Tremendous results. I think from about 120 kgs, I came down to the personal best of 93 kgs.
So you want to make sure that you subscribe with that bell icon. Hey guys, what's good? I'm Praveen Nair and this is Maahek Nair. We're from Body Pro Coach. Today, this session or the video is all about stretching and the benefits of stretching. We are not going to speak much about the benefits of stretching in this particular video, but we're going to show you the particular stretch that you should do in order to really enhance your movements and to really feel good when you exercise. Now, one of the big challenges that you face when you create movements is that if you're not flexible, for example, say, rather than squatting down, you end up bending forward and not create a complete squat. And the reason is about tight flexors. So that is one example of it. Similar manner, you have tight muscles and all the movements can get really restricted, okay? Now this program is specifically developed for those people who does personal training with us. Just to name a few, it's Raghav Juyal, Jasmine, Remo D'Souza, Shraddha Kapoor. All these people do this routine before even we meet them for training, okay? So actually they come in about 15 minutes prior, do a bit of 5 minutes of treadmill to get the circulation of blood more higher, heart rate more higher, and then they come on the mat. Like we actually have a gymnastic mat down there. I'm going to show it to you guys. On that mat, we go actually without the shoes, that I can get a little push on these muscles to lengthen the muscles and we stretch. So I've got Maahek. She's going to be the client for me today and I'm going to explain the movement to Maahek, and Maahek is actually very flexible. So if in case you guys are not that much flexible, that's absolutely fine. You would require at least about a good 3 months time to develop really good amount of flexibility, okay? But start wherever you are and gradually feel a little bit of stretch happening to the muscles and consistently do that. Let's go. All right, so you should ideally do this stretch for 40 seconds holding on one muscle group, okay? So preferably before the exercise and after the exercise, which means that in a day you would do twice the same stretches, okay? The first one is going to be the flexors. Megan is going to show us the flexor stretch. So you can see that she's actually taking the knee all the way back here on her right knee, taking the left foot lightly ahead, that she create that nice angle on the flexors. Now reach all the way up and try to touch the scapula behind, hip behind at the same time, okay? So pushing back, we're going to do that for about 40 seconds over here. Good. Lengthen the lats, pull your hands all the way up. Lengthen the lats, so push the hands all the way up and push the pelvic lightly up, but leaning the whole body back towards the wall. So now we're going to switch the leg, do the other leg. All right, 3, 2, 1. Start now. Good. You want to try to push the hips as much as back possible. Push back a little more. Good job. And pull your hands more up. If you're decently flexible enough, you'll see that your scapula, the back of the shoulders, is touching the wall, okay? Maahek is kind of not really warmed up at this point of time, so the muscle doesn't have that full length. Stay on Maahek, 20 more seconds on the same thing. Last 15. Last 10 coming up now. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, change, stop. Next one. Ideally we have 10 seconds to switch. You can see the timer on the screen. So use that 10 seconds to switch the next movement. All right, the next one is going to be the glute stretch. We call it the pigeon stretch, okay? The most important thing here is that setting up the knees. Now, how do I set up the knees is that you heel in line with the knee, okay? And create a 90-degree setup on the knee. Then we're going to switch the hip from this side. Now, for example, she's stretching the left side. So bring the pelvic from the right side, bring that down to the floor. Now, if you have someone to assist you, ask them to push it down from here lightly, feeling nice and smooth, lengthen the muscles. Now, you want to always make sure that you are breathing out. You're relaxing yourself while doing the stretch, that the muscles can really find that length, okay? Sometimes you get stressed and try to really hold that breath. So in that case, the muscle will not give you that length. So really relax, breathe out, relax your mind, and let it go. Stay in on Mehek. Last 15 seconds, please. Lengthen your hands, that you actually have lengthen your lats here. So pull your hands all the way up. You'll feel that your latissimus dorsi, these muscles getting really lengthened over there. That's very, very important to find that complete stretch. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We do the same thing on the other side right now. Remember, your key point here is about setting up the legs into a 90 degree setup. Then we're going to bring that pelvic from here, push down to the floor nicely, having the hands lengthened all the way to the front. Good. Every stretch is for 40 seconds, you guys remember that? Ask someone to really force from here and bring yourself down by forcing a little bit down. Good job there. Good. All right, Max, somewhere close. 20 more seconds out there. As you breathe out, make sure to really lengthen your hands forward. Find the full length. Your left side is this time. Left side, you're stretching the right glutes. So left glutes, pelvic towards the floor. All right, stay on for the last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Now one of my favorite stretches, I'm sure that Mehek's favorite stretch too. This is the split. One of the, you see most of the people really tight on this muscle. So this is about, more or less, it's about adductors, okay? So we're going to go into a complete split. You're going to see a beautiful split from Mehek if she's warmed up enough now. It's quite about, we're shooting this morning video all about, it's about 8 or 9 in the morning here. Let's go, stretch it out. Find that full length. Good. So you want to simply make sure that you are on the heel, you place yourself in the heel and pushing the toes outside, okay? Now Meg is going to show a little regression. If someone who's not flexible enough, come on your palms. And this is the regression, okay? Once you become flexible, then you drop your hands down. And if you're even flexible, you bring your hands all the way straight. You see Kian and Kiara doing a lot of stretches with the hands straight. They're really, really flexible, even better than Mehek. You can see a complete split on Mehek right now, 15 more seconds. But they are even flexible, they have really opened up adductors. So when you have these flexible muscles, you won't see much of a caving knees, which means that while squatting, if you see that knees comes in like this, that's because of the tight adductors. So with this much of flexibility, you will actually see that knees really pushing out, nice and really strong stance in the squats. All right, down change. Last stretch over here. As I said in the beginning, you want to remember to do these stretches once before the main zone of the exercise, once post the main zone of the exercise. Okay, so twice a day at least. If you want to really get better, do it twice in the morning, twice in the evening. You'll see a lot of great changes happening. So preferably when you're doing the chakrasana stretch or the bridging, you want to be on the floor, not on this gymnastic mat because it slips a little bit, okay? So it's a beautiful stretch. Majorly focusing on the shoulders, thoracic, and of course the spine. Yeah, she's going to show the regression. If someone is new to the program or new to the stretch, what you're going to see is that you're going to be just lying down, not able to extend the hands completely up, okay? So you'll just place the scapula lightly off the floor as much as possible. Bus. So you'll be seeing here somewhere here. And once you become decently good enough on the strength of the triceps, you can push yourself all the way to the top. We're staying with 40 seconds on this one. Nicely. Now what do we need is that when you're in this stretch here, bring the hands close towards the foot and really open your shoulders towards the opposite direction, towards the outside direction, okay? So we push them up. And once you've got the shoulders in place, you're going to push the thoracic towards the ceiling. Really push it up from here. Stay on, Mehek. Last 20 more seconds. It's a bit difficult to stay on for 40 seconds, but definitely achievable once you are doing it regularly. Stay on. Now, once you're a little more familiar, we're going to move forward and backward for 10 times for the last 10 seconds. Good job. Last 5 seconds on your Mehek. Good job. Now, every time you push back, you're going to exhale nicely. That's the lengthening phase of the muscles. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Wonderfully done. All right, so you guys saw a great amount of flexibility with Mehek right now. If you see me right now, I may be a bit tight, Mehek. It needs a regular touch base of time spending on flexibility, okay? Now this routine, as I said in the beginning, before the main zone, after the main zone is for the beginners. So we see a lot of beginners coming up, not even I would say beginners, regular gym goers coming to the routine of, with us for personal training, and we see them really tight and stiff in the muscles. So we put them onto this kind of routine. In a month's time, they're like really flexible, almost getting a complete stretch as far as glutes concerned and the bridging concerned. But of course, splits takes comparatively a bit more time, but it's a beautiful journey. And we will look forward to you in the next video.
Thank you.